Hi everyone, I'm tilted sideways today because I meant to go live on YouTube, but I've never gone live on YouTube before. So they're making me wait 24 hours because I had to request access. So that's interesting, but here we are. Y'all will get the same message with me turned this way rather than upright, and I'm gonna upload this to YouTube later. So if you miss it or if you have to go, you can't stay through the whole thing, it'll be uploaded there. Well, let me just give everyone a second to go ahead and get in. Today, I'm going to be talking about how up-leveling your life or leveling up in life is a spiritual journey. So, when a lot of people hear me say level up-level your life, raise your standards, improve, become a high-quality woman, this seems to trigger a lot of people because they think that it's purely the outside, purely how you look, purely how you present yourself. And to me, that's like the baseline. That's like the level that we should already be caring about, and not caring about I'm doing this for other people. Caring about it on showing importance to yourself. That should be the baseline. Caring for yourself is the baseline. When I talk about leveling up and it being a spiritual journey, this comes down to mindset. This comes down to inner work. This comes down to improving your quality of life, the quality of experiences that you attract into your life, and so much that manifests from your internal state, from your self-concept, from how you feel about yourself into your physical reality. So let me know if y'all can hear me. I don't think I did a mic check, but hopefully y'all can hear me. Hopefully I'm not talking, I'm silent. Hopefully y'all would have told me if so. But go ahead and comment in chat, or if you're watching the replay, go ahead and comment replay, and then I want you to think about this and I want you to respond to this. Okay, you can hear me. Amazing. Thank you. So first of all, before we even go in to leveling up, before we even go in to having these high quality experiences, I want you to ask yourself, and this is what I want you to comment: when do you get to have what you want? Why are you always delaying allowing yourself to receive these high quality experiences? Why are you self-sabotaging when you finally decide that you want more, and then your nervous system freaks out and you get sick, or your anxiety overcomes you and you say, I can't do this, I want to go back to what's comfortable? When do you get to have what you want? When do you get to care about your pleasure and your desires playing out in your life? When do you allow yourself to start showing up in your feminine energy as a woman? I know that I do have some viewers who are men as well, but this is specifically for the women that I want to serve. Is when do you get to start showing up as that person? And second of all, feel free to comment this in your comment too. Why do you want to level up? Why do you want to improve your quality of life? And this sounds kind of like, oh, this is obvious, because I want to have better experiences, right? But is this coming from a place of, I want other people to see me as successful. I want other people to think that I have a better life than them. I want other people to not look at me and think that their life is better than me. What insecure thoughts are coming up? This happens because external noise repeating that nothing gets to be easy. You are just fantasizing. Yeah, so I think a lot of the times we think that it has to be such hard work. We think that we have to, that we're not worthy of it, that we're not worthy of leveling up our life unless it's hard work. We aren't worthy of, let's relate this to business, right? We think that we aren't worthy of earning money unless we first put in the hard work. We can't receive money unless we put in that hard work. And that's just not true. But that's what our subconscious believes. That's been your major limiting belief. Yes, that I still struggle with that too. I struggle with that before coming on to live today. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go live on YouTube, and then YouTube didn't work. So I was like, all right, guess I'm just not going live. No, no, we're going past that. We're not ignoring the nervous system. We're not ignoring what's triggering us, but we're learning how to show up and feel embodied when we show up. We're learning to show up in overflow. We're learning not to show up because we think that we won't receive something if we don't. We're not going to show up because if we don't, my business won't make money. That's out of scarcity. We show up out of abundance. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. So, to level up your mindset, and this may be triggering to some people, so I want you to feel in your body where this is triggering you before you react, okay? You have to die to the old version of yourself. You have to die to your self-limiting beliefs. You have to detach yourself from that because those are not truths. If you can look at someone else and they have gotten to a place that you want to be, that means that it's not true, that you can't get there. That means that your limiting belief is literally not true. So when we start showing up like it's not the truth, like we know it's not the truth and we know that it's just our nervous system trying to protect ourselves, trying to get ourselves back to comfort level. Go back to where you're comfortable. Don't go any higher than this because it's making me uncomfortable. That's your ceiling, your limit. That's where your container ends, right? Whenever you try to push outside of your normal comfort container, your nervous system is like, whoa. What anxiety pops up for you when that happens, right? So if you want to level up because you genuinely want to, I don't think challenge yourself is the right word, but you genuinely understand that the universe is full of abundance. There is enough for everyone. So why not me? Why not you? When do you get to have what you want? So I want you to also comment if you're watching or watching the replay. How are you trying to up-level your life in the next 2 or 3 months? What are your goals? Whether that be financial, whether that be in dating, whether that be in your feminine energy, since those are the topics that I focus on, or it could be in other aspects of your life. What are your goals in the next 2 to 3 months? Who do you want to be? How do you want to think? How do you want to show up? Even how do you want other people to perceive you? Because I think this question tells us a lot about what we want. What inspired me to start making the feminine content? Hey, Anna. So what inspired me to start doing this is because it completely changed my life for the better whenever I started learning about it. And I'll do a whole nother video on this. But if y'all have heard, actually, I don't know if I've shared this before. So y'all are a little lucky here because this is the first time I'm sharing this. But I was in my, I was girl boss, okay? I was a pre-med girl boss, like let's do it, masculine hustle energy. And it made me literally sick. It literally manifested in me having just horrible symptoms. And I ended up being diagnosed with anxiety, depression, panic attacks, IBS. Horrible. It took me literally 2 years to heal from that. And that was when I was like young, you know? Like I can't believe that manifested so quickly, so young. But it was just from me constantly operating in my masculine energy. And I knew that something had to change. The relationships in my life were not what I wanted them to be. They were based on, oh, we like each other, but our values don't align, but it's okay because we're going to make it work. The opposite of how it should be. Once I started embodying all of the feminine energy knowledge that I learned, my quality of life increased. Yeah, of course. Here we're kind of moving to another country right now for education purposes. Oh, that's amazing. Good luck with that. And also working on your appearance. Amazing. You know what? I'm so proud of you. I know that everything that you're doing right now for yourself is going to turn out absolutely amazing. You're going to learn so much. All right, so third, I know I wasn't counting before, but my third bullet point is doing the inner work. This is what makes up-leveling your life a spiritual journey. Like just this step alone is because journaling, meditating, doing your shadow work, investing in coaches, mentors, therapists, whatever you need to become that next level version of yourself. Because when you invest in yourself like that, you quantum leap into it. You don't go through it the hard way. You don't go through it taking years to get to your ideal state, your ideal quality of life. You quantum leap because other people have the knowledge that you need. And when you make an investment in yourself, there's a difference, right? When you're consuming free content, some people may take this in. I take a lot out of free content personally, but that's taken me a while to see the value in it, right? But when you make a financial investment into yourself, the transformation already starts to happen because you've prioritized yourself and you know that it's going to come back to you. Whether that may not be in a financial way, this may be in connections, knowledge, opportunities, networking, being able to get through an issue that has bothered you for so long that it's invaluable to have it solved. You cannot put a price point on it. Thanks, Anna. That's so sweet. I'm glad that you're loving the content. But getting to that next level of you is going to require a different form of investment, if that makes sense. So I want you to also drop in the chat and the replay in the comments. What do you struggle with when it comes to embodying your feminine energy? What do you struggle with the most? So is this receiving help from other people, receiving compliments even, receiving gifts? Is this being unable to surrender into your feminine energy in dating experiences, in relationships, marriage? Is that where you're struggling? Are you struggling to create that polarity? Do you feel like you have to show up in this like controlling energy? Otherwise, if you don't control the situation, you feel unsafe. Where do you struggle whenever you, or when it comes to embodying your feminine energy? So additionally, what I found myself struggling with a lot, this is one of my biggest struggles throughout my feminine energy journey, is being stuck. And I say stuck because this is a good place to be at first, but you have to move past it in order to make progress, is being stuck in the information gathering phase. I think I've talked about this before, but when we're stuck gathering information on how to be feminine, how to implement our feminine energy in our relationships, how to get rid of our masculine energy, how to heal our wounded feminine, heal our wounded masculine, how to attract masculine energy men, how to get a man to provide for us, right? This is all information gathering and you haven't implemented it at all. So you don't know where you're struggling. You don't know what you need help with. You don't know what works for you, what doesn't work for you. Because while I can give out general information, we're all different. And the people that we're around are all different, right? We're all the same, but we're all different. So everyone struggles with different things. Everyone has different wounded energies. Everyone has different traumas. Everyone has something different going on. So the reason that we do get stuck in this information gathering phase is because it's safe. You don't have to implement. There's no fear of judgment. No one knows you're gathering this information. You don't have to show up in this energy. There's a fear of being seen and a fear of judgment. And I think this is a big reason why I information gathered for so long and took no action. How is this change going to feel? Do I have to leave some people behind? Is this going to hurt? Is this scary? Your struggle is probably being too tense, okay, and being unable to let go and trust. So when we see these issues come out with other people, like, oh, I can't trust him, or I'm tense around them, this is a reflection of what we're struggling with within ourselves. Maybe we don't trust ourselves. Maybe we're unable to relax in our own presence. And once we heal that, then we're able to heal it with other people. Or if we heal it with ourselves, it might already just be naturally healed anyways. So after this implementation phase, what we have to do, what we have to start with, because what's going to be hard is starting to say yes to all of these new experiences. That's going to push us so far and push our nervous system so far out of whack, so far out of our comfort zone, that we're most likely going to self-sabotage back to where we started, right? So, in my opinion, the safest place to start is to start saying no to things that no longer serve you in your growth, things that no longer serve you in your up-leveling journey. So whether that be, you got to cut out the donuts, you got to cut out the ice cream. Sugar is my downfall over here. I love sugar, but I hate it. Maybe it's people. Maybe you're in a relationship with someone, maybe you want to get married, and you're in a relationship with someone who is like dragging you along, right? Getting all the benefits from you, and you aren't getting the commitment you want. Maybe you have to let that go. Maybe you're dating someone in a situationship, whatever's going on, with someone that you just have these emotional feelings for, but you know it doesn't fit your lifestyle, and you know that it doesn't fit your future. Maybe that's something you attracted with your past, but when you level up, it doesn't fit your future anymore. Maybe you have to say no to that. This is the hardest part. This is the hardest part. If you can do this, you can do anything. This part was so hard for me to get to, but when you love yourself and you respect yourself so much that it just disgusts you to let in any energy that's not serving you. It's literally a disrespect to yourself to do that. You have problems giving up control because otherwise I think that nothing good will happen, right? That's something that's so hard. Giving up control is very hard. It really is. But do we feel like we have to control ourselves? Right? Are we able to even let ourselves get into that flow state to understand that if we mess up, it's fine. This is fun. This is play. Like, it's not that serious, you know? Why do we take ourselves so seriously? Like, this is all fun. We get to make it fun. We get to make it whatever you want to. You get to create whatever you want. So if we try to control all of it, that's controlling the how. If we want, okay, say you wanted $100,000 in 2 or 3 months, right? I love relating everything back to business because like it just makes sense to me. Say you want $100,000 in 3 months. Well, how are you going to come up with the how right now? When we focus on the desire that we have and we focus on what we want, and then we lean back and let go of that control, the ideas start to download. How are we going to level up? How are we going to get this? How are we going to get this? You probably don't even know. But the ideas will start to present itself to you. Or the opportunities. Maybe there's been something that you've been trying to manifest, and then you see someone with a program, a coaching program, or a course that's going to help you with exactly what you need help with. But you're scared to invest in yourself because you can't let go of control. You can't let go of, what if the outcome is not this? What if I even just learn something different that's going to change my life in the long run? The sooner you invest in yourself and decide to start taking yourself, I know I just said don't take yourself seriously, but if you decide to start taking your future seriously in terms of, I want this to get better, literally the longer you have for it to be a return on investment. So lastly, instead of saying no, saying yes to getting outside of your comfort zone. It's literally considered insanity to keep doing the same thing over and over. I'm going to mess up this phrase. But if you keep doing the same thing over and over and expect a different result, that's insanity. You have to do something different. You have to take a leap in some form or another. You have to get outside of your comfort zone to grow. You have to. That's non-negotiable, but that gets to be fun. That gets to be fun too. Whenever we do things, like how often do you really regret getting outside of your comfort zone? Like even if it's not even a good experience, even if you learn something, I don't ever regret getting outside of my comfort zone. It's not going to ruin anything. You're going to learn something, you're going to evolve, you're going to grow. That's a good thing. Okay, so I have one last question for you. Drop this in the comments. In what ways, now that you've heard all of this, right? In what ways are you neglecting your self-care, your progress? In what ways are you holding yourself back from reaching that feminine version of yourself or dating a high-value masculine energy man? How are you self-sabotaging that? What are those self-limiting beliefs? What are those thoughts in your head? When do you see yourself be like, oh, I'm too tired to do this, or I feel bad? For me, it's like, oh, my stomach hurts, I can't do it. Well, what if you did it anyways? In what ways are you neglecting yourself? Maybe, you have, a man has approached you that is in his masculine energy, and you can tell, right? You've been practicing your feminine energy. You've been practicing embodying it. You've been implementing it. You've been integrating. You get approached. You're asked on a date. And then suddenly that night, you're too tired. You have too much to do. You feel bad. You can't go. Because it's outside of what's in your comfort zone. Your container is expanding, and it's like, whoa, chill. Let me be comfortable. Let me be comfortable. Yes, thinking you don't deserve it. Oh my gosh, that is so, so common. Oh, let me go back to that comment. Thinking you don't deserve, to get provided for by someone. Yes, that is self-sabotaging. Why do you think you don't deserve that? Fear of failure, yes. But it's only failure if we quit. Say you're starting a business and you want to make that $100,000. You've been going for 2 months and you've only made a couple thousand, right? But you're embodying your energy more. Say it's a coaching business. You're embodying what you want to teach more. Every day you're embodying it. You're becoming more comfortable with getting on live. You're becoming more comfortable with helping your clients transform. but you haven't hit the 100K yet, so you just quit. You could have made it, the next few days. You could have made it the next few weeks, but you quit. That's failure. But it's still not failure because you still probably learned something from it. What's not failure is figuring out what doesn't work for you, looking silly, like, who cares? And learning from it, improving, integrating, embodying, trying again. That's it. That's it. And feeling like we don't deserve to be provided for is such a disservice to ourselves. We think that we have to show up. Showing up financially and with our feminine energy and cleaning and cooking and scrubbing the freaking floors and taking care of the children and paying half the rent. While what? I don't want to be with someone, and I don't think anyone wants to be with someone who doesn't recognize the value in the other person. But on the other side of the coin, if we don't recognize the value in the masculine energy, if we don't appreciate being provided for, if we can't let ourselves, if we feel less than, if we feel incapable by being provided for, like, that's just a lower level of consciousness there. That's below the level of consciousness that I am comfortable working with as a client. We know we deserve it, we don't know how to get it. That's the level of most of the people that I help. So if you're having trouble feeling like you deserve it, if you're having trouble being scared of failure, if you don't know where to go next, then I want to offer you to go ahead and look and reach out to me and consider coaching. Consider a private coaching container where you can transform your energy to be able to attract being provided for. Be able to attract everything from your feminine energy, from the magnetizing power of that, from a state of pleasure. What if it got to be fun and easy and pleasurable, right? It doesn't have to be a struggle. You don't have to get your heart broken a million times. You don't have to go give yourself away just energetically and do everything for someone for them to like you. No, we don't operate like that. So if you're feeling called to fix this, I don't want to say fix this issue, but if you're tired of that, if you're tired of operating that consciousness, it may be time for you to take a leap and fix that. Because what does this mean? This means that when we get married, we have the choice if we want to work or not. And you can do both, right? If you have a child, you can stay home with them. To me, that's priceless. That's priceless. That's a true independent woman. A woman with choice. Not a woman who feels that she has to do this, has to go 50-50, or she can't be in a relationship with this person. That's not freedom. That's not independence. Okay. All right. So, last question was, how are you self-sabotaging? So if you haven't answered that already, feel free to answer it in the comments or in chat. But I'm going to go because I have to meet with some clients and film some new content for my course. If you're interested, send me a DM. If you're interested in making this change for yourself, if you're ready to invest in yourself, I would be so happy to serve you. I am opening up just my private coaching container for 2 more clients. And I also have a self-paced course, Divine Feminine Dating Academy, that I offer as a container with all of the information, lifetime access to all of the information in there, plus private coaching sessions. With all of these private coaching sessions, I offer Voxer access to where you're able to message me with voice messages. We're able to get quick answers to your questions Monday through Friday, not 24/7, but during my office hours. I gotta have my boundaries, you know. And yeah, I would just love to help. Would love to help you embody this and get to that next level. So have an amazing day, everyone, and definitely check below if you're watching the YouTube replay. I'll be linking all of my links right below. So don't hesitate to reach out, and I hope that y'all have been able to reflect on your level up journey, reflect on your mindset, see how you're self-sabotaging, diagnose yourself with these issues, and be able to move forward and grow. So have an amazing day, everyone.